Howdy, y'all, and welcome to Texaswatch, your weekly Overwatch League fan podcast for the Houston Outlaws and the Dallas Fuel. I'm one of your hosts, Projekt, and joining me, as always, is ZayXO.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Texaswatch.
A very sad one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're here.
Yeah.
The show will still go on.
The
even
show
though,
must go on. We must talk about it.
Both of our teams are kind of gone. Kind of out.
Yeah, kind of not there. What is the absent, not present, ghostly.
Woo! Well, okay. Anyway, hey, guess what? You're watching this live on Twitch. I like you. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Because you can catch the show right here on twitch.tv/TexasWatch every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, because Texas time
is best this time.
If you don't want to watch it live, don't worry about it. We got your back. We break the show out into segments on YouTube on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This week we got a meaty first topic, so I'm going to be breaking up topic one into two parts.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the third topic is going to be another topic. So you'll get 3 videos this week. That's cool. By the way, if you haven't already, go ahead and give us a follow. Maybe subscribe if you got Twitch Prime. You know, we'd appreciate that free sub. Cool. And if you're watching later on YouTube, of course, you know, hit the notification bell, likes. How do you subscribe to people on YouTube? I forget how it works on YouTube.
You just hit the subscribe button.
You hit that.
It's the red button in the bottom right.
The big
of the
red
video.
button. Yeah, hit that one. Cool. Yeah, I think it's time for us to hop into a bit of housekeeping.
Yeah, I think so.
We've been shouting about these Overwatch figures for quite some time now, but it's time for us to do the drawing. Let's
do we do drum roll?
You didn't tell me how to do that, by the way, Anthony.
I got it. Don't worry about it. Take off our nameplates.
What do you mean? You told me last time to put on the nameplates after you do the intro. You never told me to take it off.
Oh.
That's fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fair enough. All right, so
giveaway time. Woo!
Let's go ahead and get to it. Who is going to win the Lego set of the beautiful Tracer and the ship? And also we have the Hanamura set of Genji and Hanzo. Who will be our lucky winner? We will send these to you, and you will have the joy of putting all this together. They look really nice. You can tell from the Diva statue, our Diva Legos, they're very good quality, very good build quality, and something that you'll have a joy making. So we will go ahead and begin our giveaway drawing. Flying not included.
All right, so the winner has been drawn. Congratulations to Seth Bailey. You have won the Overwatch Lego set from Texaswatch.
Seth, congratulations.
I will be in contact with you shortly, and we'll get this all figured out, shall we?
Congratulations on winning the giveaway, Seth. Good job for you. Yeah, you're going to have a good time. And now we have room on the desk, because now the Legos are gone, because we gave them away. They're officially gone now.
Should I bring more of my Diva toys to put on?
It's like, pause show. We need more toys. Just drop them on the desk.
Yeah, right. You know, there's going to be a point where I have so many statues, Nendoroids. I mean, I remember at South by Gaming, which we will talk about in the later segment, there was a Sombra Nendoroid that I was like, I need to buy this. And I walked away from the booth because I'm like, I'll just get it later. Guess what happened later? Poof! It's gone.
Just like our playoff chances.
Damn!
Just like Dallas and the Houston playoff chances.
Damn, okay. Where are we at? All right. By the way, if you want to send us a topic to talk about, or maybe you have some feedback for us and you want us to know or something, maybe you want to say, hey, Projekt, I really appreciate your hosting. You know, you do a good job. Keep doing that. And let me know. I like that.
I like the encouragement. I'm not fishing for compliments at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. No.
You know what? I will admit it. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a boost.
It really is.
Okay.
Everyone likes compliments and encouragement.
Yes.
So I will say that much.
Be kind to one another, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all it takes. It'd be a much happier world. Overwatch would be better as well. There'd be much more Let's Go dudes. Like, we would all be just so much happier.
Oh man, dude. You know what? Let's just jump into it. Sorry, we're all over the place. Mario, let's start off with topic number 1. Big topic this week. It's a sad day for Texas Overwatch, y'all.
Yeah, we kind of are, whatchamacallit, I think the word is eliminated completely from the Stage 1 playoffs.
Damn, why you gotta say it like that, man?
I mean, it's just gotta be, I've gotta be real. You know, on Texaswatch, I've always been real, and we didn't do well enough. We sucked. We were close. Dallas had made it to the last day. It was in the 8th spot, but unfortunately, the way things shook out, they got eliminated.
The worst part about that was we got to the 8th spot, and then we lost, which knocked us out. And then wasn't it Atlanta lost?
Atlanta lost to Chengdu.
Yeah, which knocked Atlanta out, and that put Dallas back at 8th.
Yeah, so then they had to rely on Houston. So of all things, to just win the game. Yeah, let's talk about that match.
Oh, God,
so
that hurt.
The Outlaws in Atlanta reigned.
That hurt, dude.
See, the thing about it is, a lot of what happened in that matchup was there was nothing surprising. The Outlaws knew what Atlanta runs. For example, Horizon Lunar Colony. They always run Defran on the Bastion. It's not a new topic. When you do Ilios, they run Torb. These aren't new strats. And Houston was just not prepared for them, which I was shocked. Well, I won't say they weren't prepared. Because Dante Sombra should have been to counter the Bastion, right?
Should have,
eventually you get you EMP the whole bundle there, and then they go away. But it didn't happen that way. They ended up going to, actually, Dante on the Tracer and Jake on the Sombra during that map.
Which I always question why they have Jake on Sombra.
Why have Jake playing? If you watched last week's episode, you know how I feel about this. I already
just get him out. Who would replace him, though?
Anyone. Me. I'll replace him. I'm kidding. Jake, you know I love you. I'm an Outlaws fan, of course. You are the face of our team.
Face of T-Mobile.
And T-Mobile. Sponsored by T-Mobile, by the way. I know I kind of ripped Jake hard a little bit on this show. It's just because he puts himself out there so much as the face of the Outlaws. He does all the talking. He's the guy who was on Today's Show. He's that person. So he's going to have the most ridicule when he messes up. You're the ones with the Twitch memes. No one else on the Outlaws really has the Twitch memes like Jake does. So when you're not playing up to par, it's more noticeable. So he's put himself in that spotlight. And I think in the Sombra role, he did not play up to snuff for us to win a map we needed to win.
Honestly, the most frustrating thing about watching the Outlaws is seeing a fight happen and then you just see Muma just get isolated.
Yeah, but no, here's the thing. So Muma is one of the best tanks in the league at just not dying as Muma. Well, that's Muma. As Winston. Winston and Reinhardt. He dies more as Reinhardt, but as Winston, he's actually really hard to kill. He's one of the least deaths per map in the league. But the thing about it is that even also his detriment, right? He could stay in fights a little bit longer, just get that little bit of extra damage or get people to shoot at him to enable the team. But he gets out, let's make sure he stays alive, which has its pros and cons, which is so maybe it doesn't help our DPS as much, but I think Dante's okay with that. I think Jake needs that extra help. He needs that main tank to be there a little bit longer to draw stuff away from him so he can not die.
I don't actively watch all the Outlaws games, but the ones that I have watched, I've seen it Outlaws play more mobile compositions. You have Muma on the Winston, you have Muma on the Wrecking Ball.
We did.
I just noticed, a lot of times people will just, step away from each other too much. And, there's just a lack of, I don't want to say cohesive teamwork, because I'm sure they're actually trying.
Yeah, of course.
But it just, it's very hard to be able to make these kinds of calls. We're not pros ourselves. We don't really know what's going on.
True, we can't hear the comms. You're right.
Which means that all we can see are the failures. Mm-hmm. All we can see are what happens and what doesn't go right.
I see the successes too. I think there are a couple fights, and we did get a map off of Atlanta. So we had a point. It was, I believe, it was 1-0 going into. I don't remember the exact score of what it was going. I think it was 1-1 going into halftime, and they won the next two. But so we had a fighting chance against Atlanta during the time. It's just we're and I hate to keep bringing it back to Jake, but I feel like I can't think of any other role where we weren't good enough to win that match, except on that second DPS role when Dante's putting down his damage on the Sombra role, and you need the other player. If you're gonna run 2 DPS, you're gonna need the other player to step their game up. Yeah. And I think especially on that map I keep mentioning on Horizon, when we had the perfect comp to counter the Bastion setup, Orisa style, we had pulse bombs, we had EMPs, we had a fast moving comp, we had the Diva to shield it. We had the comp to beat it, and we still couldn't do it. So that just tells me something. We're all pros at this level. They're all pros at that level. So the difference in talent shouldn't be that much. A counter comp should beat that comp.
Remind me, it was a loss 3-1, right?
3-1 loss, yeah.
Atlanta isn't a bad team.
They're not. So to put it in the summary,
I just don't feel like we should be ripping on the Outlaws so much. That's just like saying it's your team's fault for losing against Vancouver. Like, Vancouver is just kind of good.
Yeah.
Like, when Dallas plays Vancouver, I can be hopeful, but I don't expect a W.
True.
That is if they're playing the current meta and anything can change.
Well, maybe I hold the Outlaws to such a high standard, I think.
I think it's because of how they used to play?
I mean, at one point, we almost, like, we were one of the top-tier teams of last year.
We were stage one.
Yeah, stage one, we were the team. Like, the Outlaws are really good. Everyone expected us to be good, and we were. And then, like, ever since stage one, we've always just been this, floating around middle-tier team that it's like we're good. We're enough that teams have to try against us. They can't just roll us like the Justice. But we're not going to end up winning the match. And heaven forbid, the 2 map 5s we lost in the beginning of the season. If we would have won those 2, I couldn't imagine where we'd be right now. We'd be in the playoffs if we win those 2 map 5s.
How many map 5s? It was only 2, right? You guys
That's what put us 0-2 to come out the gates. Those 2 map 5s in the first 2 weeks. And then I think we won the next week and then won map 5 in week 4 to put us at 2-2 and try to and we lost again. And then we kind of went 500 basically for the rest of the season. So, I mean, it could have been really flipped if in those first 2 weeks we would have got them at 5 wins.
You know what? I'm gonna jump off and steal some of that energy and talk about Dallas for a second.
Okay,
because I feel kind of the same way. Like in the start of the season, if you remember, Dallas was also super fucking shaky.
Yep.
Okay, cool. We'll go 0-4 against San Francisco. That's a bit much.
That's a big yikes.
But then we go against Seoul and then we beat them. And then we go against Guangzhou and go 0-4 again. And it's like, what? But then after that, Dallas started to pick up steam. We figured it out. So it's like, okay, that's good. And I noticed one thing, at least on our team, especially back in Season 1 from the Kai saga.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. The Fuel are prone to tilting. And I feel like this season they've gotten better about it. But, like, look at the game that we had against Boston, right?
Okay.
We started that game 2-0. That's some serious momentum.
Yeah.
But then when you come back and then you start to get stomped and you're like, wait, what happened? Where did this come from? And then you start getting confused. You get frustrated.
It's the blaming people.
And then they win. And then they win again. And then they win again.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's one of the hardest things. You felt it in your own comp games, right? When you're pushing the payload or something, everything's great, but then the next round you get rolled and they push the payload just as far in a faster time. And they are actually it's more appropriate on 2CP. Like when you get rolled the first time on 2CP, you're like you're tilted. Everyone on the team's like, oh, it's your fault. Why didn't I get healed?
And then you go back on your attack, and then
everyone's already
like. This actually reminds me of a game you and I played earlier this week, where we were holding what was it, Hanamura?
I think it was Hanamura.
And then we literally held point A to perfection. No ticks, nothing, right? And then the last fight in overtime,
they get A.
They just got A.
And then they roll into B.
And it was like, everyone was like, what the fuck? How did we lose? What just happened? Like, literally, we were all confused. And it's like that kind of tilted me a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
It does. It's everybody because you put in that much effort for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that was really for nothing because then they get, a 3.5 minutes, 4 minute point B, and then they roll in immediately. So you're like, wow. So I have a 3 minute time bank and all that holding we did in point A doesn't matter anymore. So that's granted. So about the Fuel, that's warranted because I think now the Fuel are getting known as, I hate to say it, some drama queens. Like, there's always...
We're better about that.
You're better about it now.
But, yes.
You set yourself up for that when SQC was your first signing, and now you can none of you ever shake that.
But that
down.
Was also the Kai saga. Like, there was I like how that's a saga, not fucking Dragon Ball Z.
You mean the Cell saga? No, the Kai saga.
I feel that, like, right now in the Jane saga, the Fuel are starting to get some momentum. I mean, even OG... a player that is known for getting tilted every once in a while.
Right.
Went on Twitter and like gave like a heartfelt 3-tweet string of like, I'm super proud of my wow. Beer burps. There it is. Excuse me.
Texaswatch. All right.
I'm super proud of my team. We worked hard. We didn't get where we thought we were going to be. Like, very constructive, very positive talk. Like, you don't normally see that from the Fuel.
Right.
And that's really encouraging. I mean, we had all the drama with XQC. We had Effect getting depressed, anxious, and, like, having to go home.
Right.
So much drama and emotion that's not good was coming from our team.
Yeah.
And now that we've been put back together under the core of Arrow, with amazing coaches in Tikati, Jane, and why am I always for Coco? Kai.
You wait, reintroduction of the Kai saga. He's come back into the fold. It's like, what, we're mixing sagas now? This is new Dragon Ball Z.
Nope. It's just really frustrating being a fan of a team that can do so good. There is so much potential with the fuel, but it just crumbles sometimes. And, I can't say it's just the team's fault. In the case of, like, a league, this happens in general,
right?
Like, this is gonna happen to other teams. Like, I guarantee you, like, Boston was really frustrated at first, and then somehow figured it out, which is like, what the hell?
Yeah, and in this league, I mean, this is all these players are great, right? So a lot of these fights and things are determined by mere small, minuscule mistakes that we all make in our level of comp. We don't get punished for it. They make it on that level. They make it on a stage. And it's seen to everybody with it, and they get laughed at, and people, in Twitch, they say plat chat and everything. Like, yeah, most of it is platinum, gold, silver players, and we're here making fun of the mistakes they make. But you make the same mistake, but you don't get punished for it because you're at a lower level.
Yeah.
So it's not. Both of our teams are really close. We had a shot going into the last day, which is all you can really ask for, I guess. The Fuel were sitting at the 8th spot going to the last day. The Outlaws, they win again. You win and you're in. We had our shot.
This all reminds me of something, too. You know how Optic, the parent company of the Outlaws, have been having lots of financial issues?
Right.
If the Outlaws had have made it, I mean, they probably wouldn't have won, but, like, you also have to remember that these are professional players. They were getting paid for this.
True.
Winning the playoffs, you get money. Cash money. And that's for your organization. Like, I mean, I know that the Fuel probably don't need more money, seeing as we're owned by Envious. We could always use more, though. I mean, everybody.
I was gonna say, I have across so many different leagues and stuff. I mean, Team Envious, I think they're doing well in CS:GO right now because CS:GO's in season 2. Or Team Envious, yeah.
Yeah, I know that Optic was. I think Optic just got knocked out of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think so.
But, like, they have other successful teams in different ventures.
Right.
Overwatch League, they just happen to be the first where they are named teams.
Yeah, and at this rate, too, it could be one of the more leagues where you actually get a lot of money. I mean, these prize pools keep increasing. I think last year, wasn't it 250, and now this year is 500,000?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if it won't get to $1 million per stage, I don't think. But still, 500K is pretty nice in your back pocket. Just, maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit,
It really makes me wonder how much money some of these teams have. Like, I mean, I feel like we can kind of branch off into, like, greater Overwatch for this topic because of how big it is.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
the news that we had with the Washington Justice, coming off the heels of their first win, they buy Arc from the New York XL.
Yep.
If you're unfamiliar with Arc, he is one of the best mercies in the league. And that gives the Washington Justice 3 ex-New York XL players. If you're unaware, New York XL are arguably, now the second.
Yeah, technically the second best team in the league. Vancouver is the best. Now, did you hear the drama about what Neptuno said about Vancouver?
No, please.
He said that they were. He said, I think Vancouver is highly overrated because their style of play is not that difficult. They play a very straightforward style that is very easy to beat. Ooh. He said this in an interview.
Nice.
So
I like it. Give me the spice. Give me the spice.
Neptuno or the Fusion is not sold on Vancouver Titans. And he did mention Neptuno also as well, saying that NYXL is the best team. He admits that they're the best team in the league. He's like, Vancouver's overrated. So I would love to see that spice there. And we would be able to go to that the third topic, but I don't know if you saw the coin flip and the tiebreakers that happened today. Okay. Yeah. So... so I believe it's the Shock against the. Is it the? No, not the Rain. They were tied.
Actually, showed those tiebreakers.
I know, right? It's like unfilmed or unscripted. I guess.
I did see the coin flip on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that too. Instagram live.
Context. So Nate Nanzer went on Instagram live like a few hours ago, actually.
Yeah, actually it wasn't that long ago. Yeah.
And did a coin flip to see who plays who in the first stage of the playoffs this weekend. I forget who won, though. I know Seoul is playing New York.
Soul is playing New okay. Yeah, I think they are.
And someone is playing San Francisco. And they have an uphill battle. I forget who's playing Vancouver.
It's almost like, though, coming into the stage 1 playoffs, it's like whoever... It's going to be Vancouver and Nixel unless something drastic happens. That's
happened before.
My dark horse team is the San Francisco Shock, but that's it. Besides that team, I think everyone else is going to eventually get rolled by either Vancouver or New York.
So I'm very curious to see these games, and here's how they roll out right now. First game is Seoul versus New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Second game is Boston versus Vancouver.
Okay.
Third game, Atlanta versus Philly. And San Francisco versus Toronto. Here's my 2 cents. The first 2 games don't matter.
Yeah.
New York is going to beat Seoul, and Vancouver is going to beat Boston.
Yep.
Boston is good. Don't underestimate Boston. Vancouver is going to beat Boston. Mm-hmm. As for the second one, Atlanta and Philly, also, that's the game broadcasted on ESPN Prime.
Oh, really? Okay.
So if you remember last year during the grand finals...
On the actual ESPN.
Yes. And there was... If you remember the tweet about the guy from Philly, and it was like, I have no idea what's happening now, but I see Philly, so I'm in.
And that's all Overwatch League wants, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you see your team name or your city name, we want you to watch.
So that's going to be an interesting game because Atlanta as a market is huge. I think that we're kind of forgetting how big that team is.
And most of
Aren't
these
they
cities
winning the bits thing?
Atlanta?
Yeah.
They might be now. I mean, picking up Dufresne was huge for them, right? He's just
Yeah.
a money machine for this team. He's making a lot. He's the number one selling jersey at this point. They're the favorite bandwagon team right now. Everyone likes Atlanta, so I can't blame them too because they are just fun to watch.
Yeah,
they're really fun to watch.
They are. And Dufresne's just Dufresne. I mean, come on. But yeah, Atlanta versus Philly. That's going to be a very interesting game. I don't know who to call for that. And then the last game is San Francisco versus Toronto. A team that everyone expects to do good, and the team that no one expected to do good.
Yeah, I think San Francisco just takes that though. I think they're just too good.
Toronto's been sleeper, dude. Like, okay, listen to this. In season leaders for both of their teams, Sinatra leads with has eliminations for San Francisco of 20.65.
20.
Ivy, 20.67.
Interesting. Okay, so you tell me the Zarias are even. I don't know. I'll always take Sinatra Zaria because I just love that he just.
Well, here we go. Here's the next one. Sinatra Zaria is on point. Hero damage done. Top one for the San Francisco Shock. Sinatra, 13,394.
Yeah.
Ivy, 11,527.
2K damage is quite a bit more. So it means you do more damage, you're gonna get a faster grab. You get a faster grab, you get a faster team.
Ooh, they updated the stats. Oh man. Okay, nope. Baby Bay has not played yet.
No, it's not a DPS meta. He can't. There ain't no DPS heroes are locked, guys. You cannot play DPS heroes in Overwatch right now because they're illegal.
Baptiste, which by the way, did you see that is canon? You're supposed to say the P in his name.
Baptiste.
Okay,
that's fun. I like it. It's a nice little flavor to it. Yeah, you know? That's a little bit of culture that gets added to it.
Oh, that was official from Michael Chu.
Okay.
So what Michael Chu says is gospel.
Goes. I guess to keep bringing it back to full circle like we were talking about before. Our teams did not do well in state. Well, we tried. We ended up very mid-tier. And in my opinion, need to make moves in order to get better. Maybe, I think in my opinion, the Outlaws need to make a move to get someone else and shake up the roster a little bit, if we can.
Well, so you say make moves. Let's theorize. We'll start with the Outlaws and then we'll talk about the field. Because, I'm going to say right now, I don't think we need to make any roster moves. I think that the meta needs to shift. And we need to get Effect back in. Thank you.
I think Effect really needs to play. Our best DPS, Linkster, isn't playing. Like, Linkster is legit. Which,
because he can't play, because when he plays, it's on control. Yeah. And that's not that's a bad thing.
You just can't have a sniper against 3 tanks. It's just not going to work. Like, it's not going to do enough damage fast enough to be able to get rid of it.
His McCree is really good, though.
It is.
But that's still against 3 tanks.
Yeah, and you have to kind of babysit McCree, too. McCree is very easy to kill once his stun's gone. Like, there's only so much he can really do, especially if he's focused. He needs, like, a pocket mercy to kind of help him out a lot of the time. You have to peel for him like you do, almost like a Zen. So you really have to focus on your McCree. In this kind of meta, you just can't kill people fast enough to save the McCree.
I really can't wait for the first few weeks of Stage 2, almost said Season 2, of Stage 2, because that's going to be when all of the teams are going to be trying new comps.
Yeah.
We're going to see so much fresh ideas, and then, of course, you're going to see the team that goes GOATs.
Of course, and they're going to get hopefully rolled, and then they'll be like, oh, wait, we can't run GOATs anymore. It's actually not the most powerful comp.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked everything you saw today, go ahead and subscribe to us right here in front of the microphone. Please hit that notification bell as well. Get, notifications whenever the video goes live. And our latest video is going to be right here. Right here. Click it. Click it. Click it now.